Hello, it's Victoria from Coastal Themes, and this is a really exciting video because we have Framer's new 3.0 update. I'm going to talk you through it. I'm going to play around with it a little bit, and you can hear my first thoughts. I haven't touched it. I watched the beginning of the live event, so I've seen what the agent interface, chat interface can do. So we're going to play around with it, see how much we can do on it, and then we'll also look at the branching, which is another cool feature, and we'll also look at the new Framer community. So there's a lot of things to cover, and this is going to be a long video, so stay tuned. I'm going to be using it, and I'm sure many of you will also be using it on an existing website. So I've duplicated one of my client websites, which is Fab. The general interface and the layout pretty much looks similar. A lot of the icons in the top left have changed. You can see here they've put CMS, localization, analytics, and settings all in this drop down on the left hand side. So if you are looking for those, that is where they're going to live now. CMS looking pretty much the same. The one thing that they've kind of made really clear is that you can now use the agent to amend the CMS. So the agent doesn't just end on the canvas. It's throughout the whole site, which is fabulous. You can even pull up analytics within your kind of chat interface, which is unbelievable. So you can obviously toggle this chat interface in and out. If you're looking for the normal style interface, that's on the right-hand side. We've got style here, and this is where everything lives. It's pretty much exactly as it was. Nothing's changed here. So if you're still wanting to do things manually, you don't want to kind of do too much AI stuff, then you don't have to. Actually, one of the things which I thought was really, really cool was the ability to image replace. So I want to kind of test this. And if we just go through these, so you can change your model. So Sonnet, GPT, and Opus. I'm going to switch to Opus. We've got select, so it allows me to select a component. So this would be hopefully the whole interface. So that's the overlay. So I wonder if I can do this in the layers panel. So I want to select frame 11. There you go. So now we can reference specific frames, which I think is epic. We're going to start with something super basic. Actually, images or animation. So let's test this. Let's just start with something basic. A stagger animation for this hero text. I don't have text styles on this site yet, so this is something I want to add, and I want to test this. And I know you can kind of see which outlying text is on your site and apply text styles to it, but I want to see if we can build text styles for all the text across the site. So there, now it's added that animation, that's amazing. So you can see it talked us through what's happened. Hero text already had an appear effect, but it animates as a single element. I'll change it to tokenize and stagger in word by word, which is unreal. Now I want to see how this applies. So now we have text, and it does custom per word. So that's great. It's still pulling in kind of normal Framer things. Now we can test making a new chat, and we can go back to old chats. Okay, that's fab. So if we continue on this, we can apply the same animation to all heading text across all the pages. So you can kind of start to see how flexible this agent interface is going to be. Look, it's reading all my layers. Okay, so it's looking for text that's similar structure to the heading. Please comment below in the comments kind of if you've started using the new Framer 3.0, what you're excited for, kind of any tips or tricks that you've found, what you've used it for so far, and kind of the most exciting thing you found it useful for. Would you like me to add a subtle fade? Yes, please. Now, I'm looking at my tokens used and questioning this link to the pricing. So this is going to be my last request. And then I'm going to explore kind of the pricing associated with this, have a little research, and we'll find out together. Because it's all good and well having a nice chat interface, but we all know that it's going to be another AI token cost, and that frustrates me. Don't know if it frustrates you, but it frustrates me a lot. So I'm not keen for it to be another heavy cost, but if it's going to be really useful, then it might just be worth it. So now we have applied animations to all the pages, which is epic. and we'll just go through all of them, and that's fine. Okay, cool. So it's done these changes. Let's do a few more things. I would like to apply text styles across the board to anything that is outline. So it's examining my project, looking through again all my layers and seeing the text style presets and finding text that doesn't have a style yet applied. So this is something that I struggle with, especially on Figma, which I've never been able to find a solution. If I've just designed and I've kind of forgotten to apply my text styles, and obviously this also happens to me on Framer, specifically on Figma, so I wish this was on Figma. If you're a Figma user, then you would understand. If you've finished a project and you've realized you didn't apply text styles when you needed to, it bites you at the end and you spend a lot of time clicking through every single screen, and you will always still have something left over. So while this is loading, I'm going to show you the community. So framer.com/community, and you can join this with your normal Framer account. You can see people have already started posting. This is kind of like a competitor to X, like possibly the last thing I expected, which is really cool. It's going to be really nice that the marketplace now lives in here, and you can see this here. And I think everything's loading a bit slowly because of the AI happening in Framer. So we've got marketplace, which is where everything lives. We've got gallery, which is where you can submit your own sites and you can get featured, and it's just inspiration rather than purchasing. We have members, which allows you to scroll through members of Framer. So this is kind of giving Contra vibes, which is really cool. We have contests, of which there is a contest on at the moment, which is a hackathon, and with over $100,000 in prizes. So this is really epic. And then you can see all the entries coming in, which is unreal. And then obviously activity are your notifications, hype, things that people are loving, and posts that people are loving, which is awesome. And then back to feed. So this is a community, kind of the last thing I expected personally, but I think it's quite a nice touch and a nice place to centralize it. Also for support reasons. I know we had like forums, but you can kind of put everything here. So it's Contra meets like Twitter, which is epic. So that's a community. I'm still putting this through its paces. You can see how much it's done. Yeah, text style. So this is what it's doing so far. It's really gonna sap my battery, I'm sure. We'll see what it comes up with. And then I'll show you branching, which is super fun. So actually it started doing something funky, so I've reverted it, and we'll just go straight into looking at branching. So because this is on a free plan, I don't believe it includes branching. So I'm going to jump to a paid plan, and let's do this one. I'm going to see if branching, there we go. So we have branching on paid plans only, and there's the catch, so upgrade. So let's quickly jump to another page. I'm going to jump to this page. I'm going to remove this mobile and this tablet, and I'm going to click on this container, go to my agent once again, and I'm going to say a mobile responsive version of this page. We're on tablet and mobile of this page, and I think this is where a lot of my personal pain comes in on Framer, doing responsive versions, especially when I start desktop first and I realize I should have started mobile first. So I want to see how it goes making a responsive design. And this is an especially interesting page because I've got a container on the left, and if I jump into style, this is actually absolutely positioned. So we'll see how it goes. So it's executing the script. Oh, so, and I can compare it to what I had on my site. So if we open that, so on my own site, on this exact same page, because this is absolute, we'll see if it edits anything. Okay, no, it's doing quite well. Not what I did, because I'm aware of the content in the background. I made the content section for the image small at the top and made this a whole section below it. This is just layered it over, which I guess isn't wrong. But if you're conscious of the images in the background, you wouldn't do that because you can't see the bottle of sauce, for example, which is what this is. So that's my desktop. That's my tablet, which is perfectly fine. And that's my mobile. So I'm actually quite happy with that. I think for things like making things components, you can also use it for. And if you wanted to add a burger menu, which is also another like pain point for me, if you're not duplicating a component that you have on another site, or using the same system in every site you build, going from like just normal like desktop to mobile things, footers, headers, like those are the things that cause a lot of pain. So I've actually come to the community page and I'm going to ask, well, I've asked, if you max out your credits, can you buy extra ones, right? How much is this going to cost us? So we've got a reply. Go to your project settings usage and then switch the bandwidth toggle to credits. Oh, perfect. Okay. And this is why we love a community. So you can link Framer to your AI tools over MCP and then just continue paying through your Claude or whoever you're using. And then it gives you estimates for how many credits things cost. But I like this, settings usage and switch settings. Usage, switch to credits, right. So you can buy an add-on. And I can buy 100,000 credits monthly, £1,000. So I've used 763 of my 14,500 monthly credits. So if I want to buy 5,000 credits, okay, I've got credit for credits, which I redeemed from the Framer community, which you can do too. But I can buy more credits, and you can see that would be about £224 ex VAT. So you can see how your additional credits and buying add-ons look. So that's really, really helpful. That's there under usage and then credits. So I'm going to stop there. Those are my thoughts. Now we know where credits lives, which is fantastic. Thank you to Connor McKenzie, who has saved our life. What a legend. So yeah, definitely take a look. If you're on the community, go and follow me, Victoria Bacchus. And if you're using Framer 3.0, please drop your comments below. I'm keen to hear what you're building. Bye.